Day out to Bristol, and we are walking on the Clifton Suspension Bridge. There's some of the view from it. And here's the actual bridge itself. Quite a height. So you won't see quite as much over there as I will.
Because I'm a lot shorter than you.
Oh, yes you are.
Are we walking across?
We're going to walk across, yeah, most definitely. But we are not going to cross the roadway between the bridge piers, because otherwise we'll get into trouble. Fortunately, we can only walk on the one side, the other side's closed. But I'll try and get you a little bit of a glimpse of what's over there. And we'll continue our walk across. What you pointing out, love?
I'm pointing out the river or the
Yeah.
area, whatever. Which one is it?
It's a river. The River Avon.
Isn't it river Avon?
I'm pretty sure it is. We may have to find that out. Okay, I'll give you some footage once we get to the other side. So here we are at the other side. So there is a footpath down, there's a railway line down there, and there's a footpath, and I know a lot of people run in this part of the world. But not me today. Right. We're going to continue our walk and exploration of the city of Bristol. First stop, breakfast. Okay, so there's no words from the sponsor. Okay, we'll continue our trek. The view across the bridge from a little lower down. We will continue our exploration. We have found this information on the bridge. So, the bridge was designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel, and work began in 1831. Was halted because they ran out of money. And then I'm reading this as I go along. The final design was modified by members of the Institution of Civil Engineers before completion of the bridge in 1864. And it was done as a memorial to Brunel. So we walked along the top, and that is a total of 412 meters. It's quite high from the road, and it tells us that it's 74 meters. To me, it seems higher than that. But there you go. And this is a bridge from this vantage point.
So that's also quite important. The bridge is held by chains anchored 55 feet or 17 meters below the road. The road is 3 feet or 0.91 meters higher on the Clifton side to create a level appearance.
Oh, okay, so it's not a straight bridge, guys. I often look at things and think it's not straight, and in this case I would have been right. You can see a definite bow in the middle of the bridge.
The Avon River.
Okay, we were deciding what the river was, and it is the Avon River. Cool, we'll continue our exploration. We're pretty certain this is an original gas lamp. We're still in Bristol.
This could be where they filmed the chimney sweep scene in My Fair Lady.
Or even in Mary Poppins.
Or even in Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, that was London.
I know it was. I was trying to be funny and it backfired on me.
We all knew what you meant.
I don't think so.
So see, obviously everybody's got their little vegetable boxes. Looks like a pumpkin growing there. So we are trying to get to the centre of Bristol, and we are basically using our wits, which often is not a very wise move. And we're hoping we're not going to come to a dead end here. Anyhow, so you were going to say especially?
Since our wits are not about us.
Oh, yes, we're witless. Right, we're going to continue down this pathway. Lots of lovely little alleyways here.
Very interesting, very quaint.
It is indeed. And you can
Very
hear...
tough on the calves and quads.
And the knees. Especially after you've run first thing. Some amazing architecture buildings here in Bristol. Also lots of hills, which we are debating we're probably going to have to walk up at some stage. Right, speak just now. Some really quaint houses and buildings. This is often the best way to explore a city, is to get lost. Find all sorts of things. Although I wouldn't officially say we're lost yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, we'll tell you when we're officially lost.
At the moment we are casually making our way towards the city centre.
We hope.
We hope. While enjoying all the quaint and beautiful places.
Indeed.
Indeed.
We'll catch up with you guys just now. So we're still in Bristol, and I missed the name of this place.
Are we not in Hot Wells?
No, we're not in Hot Wells. It said something's Wharf. Missed the sign. Hopefully we can find it out for you, and we'll put a little caption so you know. Obviously a yacht basin stroke narrowboat basin. And what we have across the water there is the SS Great Britain, which, if I'm correct, was the first ironclad vessel to be built. And it was built by Mr. Brunel, who we mentioned earlier, who was the architect who designed the Clifton Suspension Bridge. So we're seeing all this history today here in Bristol. We're obviously on the wrong side of the river to get up close to the SS Great Britain, but I'm sure I'll get some more shots a little further on here for you. And as well as we'll also get some more info for you at some stage about the actual boat itself. So it's quite a gloomy, overcast day. We've had a couple of drops of rain now, but it's quite mild. It's not too cold. So some more of the same area. That's the SS Great Britain over there. And those houses on the top there is where we walked down from. So it is definitely raining now. We have no raincoats. So we're going to need to find some shelter. Just to say though, that brown looking swan there is a young swan. That's their juvenile plumage. Okay, let's go on our quest to find somewhere dry. Find a way around and found a very, very interesting glitter ball, which I'm sure is not a glitter ball. We've seen a sign which says gaze at the stars. So I think, are we going to try and walk up there?
Yeah.
And let's see if anybody arrests us, or even if you can walk up there. It's looking interesting. Okay, we've found out it's actually part of the planetarium and we have to enter somewhere else. So we'll see. And we don't have much time here, so we'll have a walk around. Maybe we'll go in, maybe not. And obviously there's the Bristol Eye. You can actually see a walkway there into the building. We will continue on our quest to not get lost. So that's where we are, Bristol. I think this is the aquarium over there. We will continue our tour of Bristol. We didn't bring a padlock with us.
Talking about padlocks.
All the sights and sounds of Bristol, brought to you by IB Pro Fund. We can see a man on a horse. Better find out who he is. I hope he's quite okay with seagulls perching on his head. Well, the seagulls look quite unperturbed. Okay, so King William III. It says it was erected in 1736. Wow. We are continuing on our voyage of not getting lost, even though we actually have no idea where we are other than we're in Bristol, and finding lots of interesting places. We will see what more things of interest we can bring to you. Okay, so something you would not expect to see in Bristol. Hoping you can read that, but if you can't, it says Only Fools and Horses, the most iconic British sitcom moment of all time. Del Boy Falls Through the Bar was filmed here at the Granary Club. There you have it. So the Bristol Old Vic, presumably as a theatre. Yes, it says theatre box office. And award-winning pies are served here. Interesting little street.
It's worth 100 days basically. So yeah, not worth that much. Is the reason people go into business because they get business.
Oh, so the Little Mermaid. Grandkids would love that, I'm sure. Okay, we are going to continue our walk. Sights and sounds you see in Bristol. Looks like somebody's stolen the bicycle.
Looks like someone saying, I will put my bicycle here with the biggest lock ever, despite your little sign.
Maybe. Definitely a lot of old buildings in Bristol. Right, we continue. On our quest to not get lost in Bristol, still not knowing anywhere where we are, but we found a flight of stairs, steps even, which we are now going to proceed to tire ourselves out walking up. So once upon a time this was a telephone box. It now looks like a nursery. There is actually a telephone in there.
I saw that.
Oh, the South African shop, Kalahari Moon. Amazing the sight you find in the centre of Bristol.
Excellent. Beautiful, simple. In one.
Like a little indoor market. Okay, we'll continue to Treasure Island, which looks like a sweet shop of when we were children, with bottles of sweets. Musical instrument repair shop, not something you see every day. St. Nicholas Market. Apart from the stalls themselves, which are all quite interesting, if you look at the frieze we've got going around.
Please watch your hands. I always forget.
Very intrigued to know what this was originally. Very interesting. Got to be very careful in markets like this because they have jewellery shops, and I've already lost Khalida twice, so I'm gonna have to go and find her again just now. But I'm Just very impressed with this building. So this was not a place we were told to come to, and if we were not on our trying not to get lost in Bristol quest, we wouldn't have found this place. Life underground.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
So that actually was called the Exchange Hall. So the city I'm from, Leeds, has what's called a corn exchange building. So maybe it's a similar type of thing where farmers in the past used to come and exchange and sell corn and other items. Okay, I seem to have lost the other member of the trying not to get lost in Bristol team, so I'll go and find her and then we'll come back to you. More gems spotted on our tour of how not to get lost in Bristol. The ruins of a church. Hopefully we can find out some info as to why it's ruined. But you never know, we may not.
Yeah.
So I presume that's in memory of Richard Savage, poet, buried near this spot in 1743. Ah, we have a gate where we can look inside. It would be nice if they provided us with a little plaque saying the history. Ah. This is a war memorial. Looks like they have lots of info actually inside, but we can't get inside. It's very locked up. So you may never find out. But there is Google. So we'll check it out on Dr. Google for you and let you know what we find. I think I know this lady who's busy taking photographs of flowers here. We are going to continue on our quest of not getting lost in Bristol. Did you find a flower, Mella?
But I can't take a photo of it.
Speak to you guys just now. Just to give you another shot of this church. Okay, we're definitely now going to continue on our quest to not get lost in Bristol. We still, by the way, have no idea where the hell we are, but we continue on our quest. So we never actually said where we were looking for, but we were told to go to a shopping area called Cabot Circus. And in our quest to not get lost in Bristol, it looks like we've actually found our destination. I know it's very disappointing, and we'll probably ask somebody to drive us somewhere so we can get lost and try again. But yeah, looks like we found it. I know you're very disappointed, dear.
I am.
Some walk fudge and coconut ice for you. Okay, well, seeing as we dismally failed in that quest to not get lost in Bristol, we'll have a look around here and bring you anything of interest. We failed to get lost.
But you said fail to not get lost.
Oh, no, but I'm even confused. Maybe we should do it the let's not get confused in Bristol.
That will be the next video.
Okay. Okay, guys, chat to you just now. Very much a shopping area. I didn't bring you any footage when we were in Leeds, but in Leeds there's a shopping centre called Trinity, which looks very similar to this, with the same sort of roof and everything. Okay, we have a specific shop we're looking for. So maybe our quest is actually not quite finalized. So we will try and find this shop without getting lost in Bristol. So we're finding lots of little interesting squares. Looks like it's this one's a soccer pitch. Don't know what this one is, maybe basketball, I don't know. The building here is 1747. And there's a little plaque. The Society of Friends Meeting House. The Quakers held meetings on this site from 1670 to 1956. And there you have it. So in our quest to not get lost, but supposedly under our own power, we actually had a police officer coming up to us and asking us if we were lost. Can you believe it? So he kind of gave directions to the shop which Khalida was looking for, and she has hopefully found that shop. So again, I suppose that is failing in the quest because we were given help. Okay. So I hope you guys are finding this interesting, and if you ever come to Bristol, you can maybe try the same sort of thing. It's good fun. Okay, so this is actually part of a Dominion Friary, founded by Maurice de Gaunt, 1227. History and shops, all in the same shop. Shot even. Okay, we no longer have a quest, but we still continue and we'll bring you anything more of interest we find. Okay, so the almshouse.
Listen, my man had to intervene or I would have broken the brain. He knows it, but I had to change the narrative.
We obviously definitely have a problem in Bristol with bikes being changed to rain. We continue on our non-quest to find nothing in Bristol. Right, guys, this is the end of a very busy day. We're not sure if it started out as the how not to get lost, or the how to get lost, or how to get confused in Bristol, but I can tell you we've done all three. But we have eventually found the bus station, and we're now going to get the bus back home to my daughter's place. We are tired. We have walked at least 10 k's, which is equivalent to doing Comrades.
Very hilly 10K.
Very hilly 10 k's. We have encountered buses, cars, you name it. So this video has been a little bit different to what we normally do. We hope you've enjoyed it. We'd like you to leave us a like. We'd like you to leave us a comment. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Remember to ring the notification. And we need copious amounts of coffee, so buy us a coffee.
Remember to subscribe, it's free.
Yes, subscribe is totally free, doesn't cost you anything. Right, we will speak soon, but cheers for now.